Well, I'm undefeated. So every fight for me is pressure, you know. Well, especially I don't want to lose to this man, but my whole career there's been pressure. I treat every fight like it's, like it's my world title fight.
Every fight is a must-not-lose fight, but this one for sure has an unprecedented amount of pressure and responsibility. I have a responsibility to my family name to win this fight. I have a responsibility to the public, the boxing fans who were let down by the fact that Conor Benn cheated 2.5 years ago when we were first scheduled to fight. I have a responsibility to the kids who are going to be watching this fight, knowing that Conor Benn was using performance-enhancing drugs. I have a responsibility to them to show that that isn't the way, and if you do that, you will get punished.
You know, what's your dad said to you about this fight, the advice that he might have given you?
Do you know what's funny is me and my dad, our relationship isn't boxing. It isn't boxing at all.
It's just your dad?
It's just my dad, yeah. Like, it's just my dad. It's the maddest thing because me and my dad don't care about no boxing. He cares about me and my well-being and how are you, son? When I mean how are you, I don't mean it superficial. I mean, how are you?
Yeah.
How are you doing? How are you getting on? How are you coping? How are you living?
You said you haven't spoken to him for a long time. Have you had any private communication with him about this fight, about this occasion?
We had one conversation a few months back, and in that conversation, he showed no interest in wanting to be a part of the fight. Obviously, I was hoping that that would kind of change the closer we got, but we haven't spoke since. So at this moment in time, it does not look like he will be there. Unfortunately, as sad as that is to say, that is the situation I am currently in and having to deal with.
But is he worried though? Because you've got to step up a weight for this fight. It's not your normal weight, 160 pounds. You know, you're fighting a guy in Chris Eubank who's bigger naturally. Is your dad, as your dad,
My dad's
not a bit worried about it?
No, my dad's not concerned in the slightest. As I said, us fighters, we're wired differently. You know, if the size was mattered, the elephant would be the king of the jungle. They ain't.
And how do you feel about Conor Benn? I know you're trying to sell a fight. Do you hate him?
You know, I keep my emotions out of the sport of boxing. That's what I found was best for me, to be able to do the things that I'm going to do in the gyms, in the camps, and in the ring on the night. Keeping emotions out. If you hate somebody, then you are going to be emotional on the night. I do not see that as a benefit.
Do you really hate Chris Eubank?
I don't like him.
Is there a kind of, I've got to win because of the legacy of my father?
Yeah,
or is there something of that in it as well?
I won't go as far as hate. I just think he's an idiot. That's it. No, I don't want to say I hate him, but because I don't know him well enough. As for the egg slap and all that nonsense, well done, great promo, well done you. But apart from that, there ain't no I think he's an idiot. And I love to punch his head in, and that's what I'm going to do.